everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 most repurchased products, and a lot of the products that I chose have really stood the test of time. There are some products in here that I've been using upwards of about 10 years. So for a makeup and beauty junkie to use something over and over for a decade, that really says something about how much I love the product. And I suppose this could easily turn into my all-time favorites video, but I still like to change it up every now and then. These are just the products that I consistently keep coming back to. I may leave them for a year or two and try other products, but I always make my way back around to repurchasing these particular products. So I'm going to dive right in and get started. For the first product, I chose the Bare Minerals Buxom lip gloss, and I started using this in college. And let me show you, the original formula is what I started using. I fell in love with it with this very first lip gloss, and I have consistently purchased more and more colors. And you might be able to see from the clip that I've used this so much that the writing is wearing off. And once they came out with the cream lip glosses, which don't have any shimmer to them, I immediately jumped on that bandwagon, and I love them just as much as the original. I have probably 3 or 4 colors in the cream with no shimmer, and I probably have 6 of the original formulas. But to me, this is just the very best lip gloss. And I know it's not for everybody because it has a very strong tingle and a very strong minty vanilla flavor. But I love both of those features. The tingle is not too intense for me. It can get pretty intense at first and then it wears off, but it does an excellent job of plumping up your lips and making them look fuller. If you have dry, chapped lips, it glides over that really smoothly and plumps them up to where they don't look so dry. So it doesn't accentuate fine lines at all. It actually helps because it plumps up those lines on your lips. And the wear is great for a lip gloss. Don't expect to get hours and hours and hours of wear and it still be on after you eat. It is a lip gloss. It doesn't claim to be long wearing, but it's just tacky enough to stick to your lips and hang on for several hours or through a very light meal. So this is my #1 pick for a lip gloss. My second item is the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to clear pores. And this is a great mask for problem skin. And I actually started using this about a month before my senior prom. So this is one of those products that have been around for years and years and that I keep coming back to. And I've tried other masks. Right now, really popular is the Glam Glow, and I do like that mask. I have not purchased a full-size jar of it, but I've used probably 4 different samples and love that mask. It works great, but it's $70, and I cannot bring myself to shell out 80 bucks for a small jar of a mask. And so I keep coming back to this one and I keep being just as pleased. You don't have to use a ton on your face to get the results. I found with the Boscia peel off mask, you have to really lay it on thick in order to be able to peel that sucker off. And so you're kind of wasting a lot of product. And that one is also kind of expensive. I think it's like $35, $36. Whereas this one runs $24, $25. And so I think it's a great value for a face mask. And it works with active charcoal to draw out deep dwelling pore cloggers. And I find it does that perfectly. It will kind of soften and bring up the blackheads that you have so that you can easily extract them. If you have a big zit, it will bring that to the surface as well and help dry it out also. So you can dab this on a big zit at night and sleep in it. I've done that before. But it says to use once a week or as often as needed. So once a week is a great starting point if you just want to keep your pores clear and your face looking really good. But I have problematic skin a lot, and so when I'm having a really bad week, say that 1 week out of the month that we all get, I will use this every other day or at least 3 times a week, and it really doesn't dry out my skin to do that. You have to be sure and moisturize after this mask because it's not moisturizing. It's made to really clean out those pores, and so be sure and apply a moisturizer afterwards. But if you do that and you have oily combination skin, it's not going to just dry it out and leave it flaky at the end of the week, even if you use it 3 times a week. I would not suggest that all the time, just when you have really bad breakouts or you know that the really bad breakouts are coming and you want to just nip those in the bud. So for the price, this stuff works amazing. I love it. I know it's been around a really long time and people still rave about it. So if you haven't tried it, go ahead and try this before you start shelling out 80 bucks for a very small jar of a face mask. Next is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. And this stuff I also used all through high school, and I used it as my foundation because in high school I had really clear skin, didn't need a lot of coverage, and this stuff worked perfectly. I used it back then with the sponge that it comes with, and it worked great. I'm pretty sure that this was the only foundation I used through high school. So I've purchased some throughout the years, but within the past year, I've come back to it. And so I absolutely love this stuff. Once I started using it again, I realized, why haven't I been keeping this in my rotation all along? Because it's great for certain looks. And I plan on doing a video very soon of all the different ways that I use the Studio Fix, because you can use it in a variety of ways. And that's why I say I should have had this in my makeup bag all these years consistently, because it's great stuff to have on hand. And so be looking for that video soon because I want to do it really soon. But this is another one of those products that has stood the test of time, and I love it just as much today as I did all those years ago. Then we have another lip product, and this is the Fresh Sugar Lip Balm. And the one I'm showing you right here is in the color Rose. But I initially started out buying just the original in the brown tube, and I absolutely fell in love. It is so creamy and moisturizing. It smells like lemons and sugar, and it is fabulous. And the reason I call it one of my most repurchased products is not only because I go through lip balm fairly quickly and I have to have one in my bathroom beside my bed and in my purse, but also you can tell I love the product because I do have the rose and almost every other color that they've come out with. I love the tinted ones. They're just as good as the original at adding just a little sheer tint to your lips while keeping them hydrated. Moving on, I have the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and this is in shade 120 Sunlight. And I spoke about this bronzer before in some of my past videos. I actually used it for contour in some of my past videos. But once again, this is another product that I used in high school. And if you're not catching the drift, I graduated high school nearly 8 years ago. So for the fact that I still have one of these bronzers in my makeup bag is pretty impressive. I also got away from this product for many, many years, tried a lot of bronzers. Now there are quite a few bronzers out there that I do love other than this one, but I recently purchased another one because, for one, the smell is just incredible. The scent is just so good and I love it. But this is a very light bronzer, the Sunlight color, and it works great for fair skinned girls, and they have several other shades, so if you're not fair skinned you can still get this in a bronzer for you. And it just looks so natural. It's not very orangey, it's not very brown. I think it's right in the middle of the two, a good combination. And although it does have a slight bit of shimmer, it's to me, the perfect amount. It's not completely matte, but it's not sparkly. So it works great, more for all over bronzing, like hitting the high points of your face where the sun would naturally hit. And it also works for contour because it is matte enough to do that. So I think it's a great drugstore bronzer if that's what you're looking for. And it also is perfect for a natural looking bronzer. Hence the name, natural bronzer. We're now on number 6, and this is the CoverGirl Professional Mascara in Clear. And I do not use this for my eyelashes whatsoever. This goes on my eyebrows to tame them. I know you've seen eyebrow gel that keeps them in place. Anastasia has some, Benefit has some, and paying $20 for what essentially is just hairspray for your eyebrows is ridiculous to me. So I stick with a drugstore clear eyebrow gel, and I like this one because it has a curved brush and it really fits the shape of your eyebrow really well. And I've also used the Maybelline Clear Mascara, and I find that that one, the brush pulls out a lot of product, and the way the brush is shaped, it holds a lot of product, and I don't want to just glop it on and have my eyebrows look all goopy. So I really like the bristles on this one. They're packed more tightly together, and they don't pull out and keep so much product. So this is a very simple makeup purchase, but it's one that I buy consistently. I'm never without it. I never change. This is just always in my makeup bag. So I purchased it hundreds of times probably. And so I'd suggest if you have unruly eyebrows, or you just want to set your eyebrow pencil and not have your eyebrows budge, go pick you up one of these. Very cheap and works great. All right, we're almost finished. We're on number 7, and this is my last lip product, and it is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain. And I can't say I've used this for 8 years because it hasn't been around that long, but ever since it's come out, it is one of my most favorite drugstore lip products, hands down. And this is one of the original formulas. This color is in Smitten. And I just love these so much because they have a tiny bit of that minty flavor. And this one is not overwhelming on the mint scent, but it's just enough to where I really enjoy it. They are a little bit glossy, not as much as a lip gloss, but more than a lipstick. They are long wearing in that they obviously stain your lips, and so it just keeps getting better every time you reapply it, and every time it wears off, it's a little bit more pigment. So it is just an awesome lip product to me. And the reason I say I keep repurchasing these is because I have many colors of the original, and as soon as they came out with the Color Burst Matte Balm, I ran out and got some of those too. And this is my favorite matte one. It is in 250 Standout, and it's their matte red lip color, and it's amazing if you haven't tried it. As for the, I can't remember what they're called, the shiny version of these matte Color Burst, I do not like those at all. That is the one downfall that they came out with. It's because they have pretty chunky glitter in them, and unless you are in middle school, I would highly suggest you stay away from the shiny version of this matte lip balm. But the original is great, and the mattes are great, and I have so many colors. I enjoy wearing them, and I repurchase all the time. I'll find a new color that I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I've got to get that one. So great staple to have in your makeup bag. Number 8, it's the Loreal Voluminous Original Mascara, and I have black. I have used this ever since I started using mascara pretty much. So nearly 10 years ago, I've been sticking to this, and I absolutely love it. I just can't say enough good things about it. It's my holy grail mascara. And back in high school, when I didn't wear so much makeup, I used the shade Black Brown, and it's awesome. Also good if you still want a natural look, or if you have really fair skin and black just looks a little too harsh for you, pick up the Black Brown. But I've switched to black now, and I really don't even know what else to say about this because the fact that I've been consistently purchasing it for 10 years says it all. I have tried other mascaras, but I've always had this one as a backup in case I didn't like it, which was pretty much always. If you're still on the hunt for a great one and you haven't tried this, please go pick it up. It's so good. Number 9, we have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is my daily eyeliner. This is the color 0. This is the black color. It's not Perversion, which is the blackest black. This one is just your typical black. So this is the one I use when I want black eyeliner, obviously. That was kind of stupid. But my daily soft eyeliner is in the color Demolition, and it is a matte, very dark brown. It's almost a black, but it's brown. So that is my daily eye pencil, and I say this is one of my most repurchased products because it's not that I buy it all the time, because it takes a while to go through an entire pencil, but I have many colors. I probably have 6 or 7 colors in this eyeliner, and I also have travel sizes that I keep in my travel bag. So for me to go out and buy a whole new set just for my travel bag, then you know I love that product. And so I've gone out and bought several shades. I have blues and purples and grays and metallic browns, and I just love them so much. I can't see me ever going back to any other pencil eyeliner except for this one. It stays on so good. Right as soon as you put it on, it is smudgeable if you want it to be, but give it a minute to set and it will not budge. And ever since I discovered it, it's been my go-to, and I've purchased more than my fair share of these pencils. And last but certainly not least, we have my most recent discovery, which is the Loreal Magic Lumi Highlighter Pen, and I use color Fair, which once again, it's hard to find a highlighter for somebody as pale as me, but this one does the trick. They also have, I think, 4 other shades. I think they have light, medium, 3 other shades, light, medium, and deep. So you can find one for you. This is one of my most repurchased products, partly because I go through them really fast. And I know that is a downfall for this product, but I've gone through 4 tubes now, I believe. And as soon as I start seeing this running out, I run out and get another one. So I love this product so much. I'm going to continue to purchase it. I haven't used any other product. You know, a lot of times for a beauty junkie, you use one of these up and you're like, oh, I really like that, but oh, there's this new highlighter pen, I want to try that. Or the YSL one is so popular, I want to go try that one and see what all the hype's about. But I haven't felt the urge to do that because I love this one so much. But I go through it very quickly, and one of those reasons is because it's so versatile. I use it under my eyes every day as my under eye concealer. Even though it's a highlighter, it conceals pretty well and brightens up the eye area. But I also am able to use it on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on your chin. You know, just the normal places that you highlight. You can also use it on the top of your cheekbones as a highlighter as well. So it's so versatile that you can go through a tube pretty quickly. If you're looking for something to brighten up the eye area, this blends so well. It has a slight bit of shimmer, and I hesitate to say that because people are so turned off by shimmer, and you don't want shimmer under your eyes, but it's so faint and so fine. It really just gives you a glow and not, you know, full-on glitter underneath your eyes. It's definitely subtle enough to use all over your face without looking like you dunked your head in a vat of glitter. So don't worry so much about that. It is an excellent drugstore find, and one that I will be continuing to repurchase, I feel like, for years to come, as long as they keep making it. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 most repurchased products. Hopefully you've seen something here that you haven't tried before that you can't wait to get your hands on, because I keep going back to them over and over and over again. They're so good. So hopefully these products will continue to be here for the next 10 years, because the last 10 years I've been loving them. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.